Hello, everybody. I'm coming to you today from Mount Lake Terrace, and just coming with a vlog today. I just love doing these vlogs. They're so fun, and I just had one that I just decided to do kind of on a whim. I am an introvert. If and most people don't know a lot about introverts, and most stuff that people know about introverts is incorrect. I know you think, wow, introvert, you're on here and you seem really, gregarious and stuff, and, I have no problem speaking and things like that. And I don't have any problem being on the camera, the little video camera here, and putting myself out there and blogging and all that stuff, and stuff. But I think it's because people have so many misconceptions about what it means to be an introvert. And if you know what it is to be an introvert, you know how frustrating it is to sometimes deal with people who think there's something wrong with you because you're not like them. You're not an extrovert. And extroverts seem to think anybody that's not an extrovert is something wrong and stuff. But introverts have a lot of wonderful qualities that are needed in this world, and they're wonderful people. And if you get to know us a little bit better, you'd find that out, and stuff. And so I want to today just put out some 10 myths that I found on a website called Carl Kingdom, and he was doing 10 myths about introverts, and I wanted to put those out there and kind of dispel those. He dispelled a lot of them. And I want to talk about myself and being an introvert and what it means to actually be an introvert. It's not what you think. A lot of people think that I don't like to talk. But as you can see, I do like to talk. And I like to talk a lot. And that comes from myth number one. Introverts don't like to talk. This is not true. Introverts just don't like to talk unless they have something to say. They hate small talk. Get an introvert talking about something they're interested in and they won't shut up for days. This is very true for me. I don't like small talk. If you want to talk about a subject that I'm interested in and we're both interested in, I'll talk it to death. But I don't like small talk and I don't like making small talk and stuff. So I see it as useless when people just talk for the sake of talking. Personally, I just call that verbal masturbation because it's useless to me and stuff. It has no use except to make the person kind of feel good and stuff. So unless you got something to say and we both have an interest in the same thing and we want to talk about it, I might not talk. And, so it may be a little weird for you. Here is myth number two. Introverts are shy. Shyness has nothing to do with being an introvert. Let me say that again. Introverts, not all introverts are shy. Shy people certainly do exist and they can be introverted, but introverts are not shy people. Those things do not equate. Introverts are not necessarily afraid of people. I certainly am not. I'm not afraid of people and I'm not afraid of crowds. What they need what I need is a reason to interact with you. They don't interact. I don't interact for the sake of interacting with people. I don't go into crowds. I don't go to people. I'm really, to tell you the truth, I'm really bad. And people are saying about, oh, you should network. You should network. I'm really bad at that sort of thing because I don't just want to interact with people just for the sake of just so we can chit chat or so we can talk. So if you want to talk to me, you just have to start talking. You don't have to worry about being polite. You don't have to worry about doing all this stuff. If you want to talk, just start talking. I'll talk back and stuff. And introverts, myth number three, introverts are rude. We're not rude. Sometimes everybody else can be rude to us because they think something is wrong with us. Introverts often don't see a reason for beating around the bush with social pleasantries. They want everyone to just be real and honest. Unfortunately, this is not acceptable in most settings, so introverts can feel a lot of pressure to fit in, which we find exhausting. I'm not a person that, just wants to do all the pomp and circumstance. When you come to my home, which we don't invite people to our home very often because both my husband and I are both introverts. So we really like to have time just with one another and stuff. But when you come to my home, it's all about being real. It's all about being honest. I don't like fake people. I don't like fake conversations. I don't like all that stuff. If I don't like you and I don't find anything interesting about you, know for sure we won't chat and we won't talk. And I really won't feel bad about it and stuff. That's just not my thing. Introverts don't like people. On the contrary, okay, introverts intensely value the few friends that we have. We count on those close friends on one hand. We can count those close friends on one hand. So literally, and it's true, literally all the close friends I have, I can count on this one hand. Okay, all the people that I'm very close to, I would tell secrets to, I would tell my innermost thoughts to, are on one hand, and it's not. And to tell you the truth, it's not all five fingers that I can count them on and stuff. So we're those kind of people. We really are very close to our friends. And to tell you the truth, if you're lucky enough to have us as a friend, you really will have a loyal friend for life. My best friend and I, the two closest friends I have, one I've been friends with since the age of 15, and the other I've been friends with now almost 13 years. So, it's really a long time you'll have a friend. And if you're loyal to me, I'm loyal to you. So once you earn our respect, being a person of substance, you're in. Myth number 5. Introverts don't like to go out in public. I don't know where this even came from. Of course we like to go out in public. Introverts just don't like to go out in public for as long as other people. We usually avoid the complications that are involved in public activities. They take in data, and we take in data and experiences very quickly. And so as a result, we don't need to be there for a long time to get what's going on and what's happening. We are ready to go home usually and recharge and process everything that goes home. And in fact, recharging is absolutely crucial for introverts. So usually when I go out of town or go somewhere, especially when I go to meet family, I kind of want to get home really fast. Weirdly enough, I don't really want to be there that long. There's usually a lot of stimuli going on, and we don't like to be overstimulated and stuff. And so usually I want to go home really quickly so I can kind of suit myself up and get myself together again and stuff. It's nothing personal against those people, that I love, but that's just the way that I am as an introvert. So it's not anything against you. It's just the way that I am, and it's who I am. My husband and I are both like that. We spend a lot of time together, which a lot of people don't really understand, but we really have a close relationship. We really have a close husband-wife relationship. We also have a close friendship and stuff. And so I really would just rather spend time with him, and he just rather spend time with me than we spend time with a lot of people. Now we do the family thing and all that stuff quite a bit, and stuff. But really, when I have family over or go to a family house, it's a lot of energy. That takes a lot of energy from me. And it may be a long time before I want to spend that amount of time or in close quarters with family again. And so that's just kind of how it is. Myth number 6. Introverts always want to be alone. Introverts are perfectly comfortable with their own thoughts. We think a lot. We daydream. They like to have problems to work on, puzzles to solve, but they can also be incredibly lonely if they don't have anyone to share their discoveries with. They crave an authentic and sincere connection with one person at a time. And I think that's why my husband and I get along so well, because we're those kind of people. We are both people who can be in this house and be in different rooms and be alone and be okay. We don't feel abandoned. We don't feel like, oh yeah, can't you come in here and talk to me? Or we could go and be in different places and then be together and interact together, and be okay. I mean, it's really weird. Even in crowds of people, we will set ourselves aside at parties and stuff. We'll set ourselves aside and just be alone with one another and talk to one another. And if other people come up and talk to us, that's fine. But we don't really seek people out to talk to and stuff. When his family has a family reunion this weekend, we pretty much sat over to the side the whole time, and everybody kept asking, why are you two over here alone? But we weren't alone. Anybody could have came over there and talked to us. They just didn't and stuff. But it wasn't like we minded that they didn't. We were happy sitting there kind of chatting with each other and just drinking beer. We're just those kind of people. And I wish people would kind of understand that and not pressure us to interact with people when we're not those kind of people. As introverts, we're just not those kind of people. Myth number 7. Introverts are weird. Introverts are often individualists. They don't follow the crowd. They prefer to be valued for their novel ways of living. They think for themselves, and because of that, they often challenge the norm. They don't make most decisions based on what is popular and trendy. We are individualists. I'm a definitely individualist. I always think for myself. I always do what it is that I want and need to do. It doesn't matter what everybody else is doing. Doesn't matter what everybody else is saying. I have to do what is right for me. And so that's just what I do. Myth number 8. Introverts are aloof nerds. Introverts are people who primarily look inward, paying close attention to their thoughts and emotions. It's not that they are incapable of paying attention to what's going on around them. It's just that their inner world is much more stimulating and rewarding to them. I'm a very inward person. I'm a very inner thoughts person. I'm a very introspective person. I've always been that way and stuff, and will always be that way. I don't think anything is wrong with it. Personally, for me, I find that it makes me a little more, because I can look inward, and because I can think of myself in a merciful and compassionate way. I can have compassion and mercy for others. Sometimes I find extroverts a little shallow, because they never think inward. They always think outward and stuff. And so I find them a little shallow. I also find them sometimes a little chaotic, because they're so busy looking on the outside for how to solve everything instead of looking inward to try to figure out how to solve stuff. And sometimes they're usually unaware of their feelings and anybody else's and stuff like that. So I like being an introvert, because I think it makes me more compassionate and in tune with other people, because I'm in tune with myself. Myth number 9. Introverts don't know how to relax and have fun. Are you kidding? We have fun and relax all the time. Me and my husband are the king and queen of the chill. We have fun all the time and relax. Introverts typically relax at home or in nature, not in busy public places. I don't find busy public places relaxing at all, okay? Introverts are not thrill seekers or adrenaline junkies. If there's too much talking and noise going on, they shut down. Their brains are too sensitive to neurotransmitter called dopamine. So introverts and extroverts have different dominant neural paths. So you just have to look that up to figure it out. So yeah, I don't find crowded places. I don't find crowds relaxing. I don't find it fun. Usually I find it nerve-wracking and things like that. But when we're out in nature, when my husband and I are going on day trips, when we're hanging out with each other, we relax and we have so much fun. People wouldn't even know, maybe either of us, because everybody seems to think that he doesn't talk a lot. My husband talks all the time. He talks and talks and talks and talks and talks. And I think many people don't get that. They think, oh, he doesn't talk. Oh, he's not a talker. No, he talks all the time. Just get him talking about something he likes. He won't stop talking and stuff. And so we're very in sync with each other. So when we're around and we're doing stuff and we're hanging out and all that stuff, we relax and we have a lot of fun. And we have a lot of fun here just at home. We sit at home, we sit on the deck, we barbecue, we do stuff, we do stuff at home, we listen to music and stuff, and we relax. It's our way of relaxing. I don't have to be out and about. I do not have to be at the bar or at the club. Club is certainly not relaxing for me and stuff. I just want to be somewhere where it's either in nature or some kind of beauty thing, and stuff, so I can appreciate that, or somewhere at home. We two are real homebodies. Number 10, introverts can fix themselves and become extroverts. Let me be the first to tell you this. Introverts are needed in the world. We are some wonderful people. Everybody don't need to be an extrovert. And I wish extroverts would stop saying that somehow we need to fix ourselves. I don't need fixing. I'm fine just the way I am and stuff. And if you didn't have introverts, you wouldn't have any scientists or musicians or artists or poets or filmmakers or doctors, mathematicians, writers, or philosophers. That being said, there's plenty of techniques that extroverts can learn in order to interact with us introverts. And he's saying this on this blog post because he's reversed those two terms on purpose to show how biased society is towards extroverts. And it really is. We're not weirdos. We're not freaks. We're really wonderful. We're wonderful employees. We're not really the team kind of employee. And I wish people would stop making people be in teams because introverts don't do good in teams. We need to be alone. We're better focused that way and do a better job and stuff. So just to let you know, we don't need to fix ourselves. We deserve respect and for our natural temperament and contributions to the human race. Okay. We're fine just the way we are. I like being an introvert. I like the person that I am. I like being quiet. I like the solitude. I like that. I like what I do and stuff. And so I don't need fixing, and I don't want any extroverts thinking, well, you're a freak or a weirdo because you don't do this or you don't do that. Listen, extroverts do whatever you want to do. But I want to tell all the introverts in the world, all the folks who are listening to this blog, introverts unite. Stop letting people call you a weirdo or a freak because you don't want to be in a crowd of folks with a bunch of noise and drama going on and stuff. You want some peace and quiet and all that stuff. Just be who you are and make people understand what it means to really be an introvert, that we're not freaks or we're not weirdos. We're not nerds. It's not that we don't like to talk. We're not shy. We like to relax and have fun. We just do things in a different way. So for all the introverts, what I'm saying right now is introverts unite, okay? And so you can feel good and feel positive about being an introvert. From one introvert to another, bye guys.